Hey guys, it's DJackson2403 here, back with some more Clash Royale. My bad for not posting up some Clash Royale for like the past few days. This is gonna be the one video of Clash Royale for this week. Pretty much, I'm not gonna be doing live attacks. I'm going to be showing you some attacks that I was doing before. So yeah, I did pretty good. So you guys will see in a second. So let's get straight into this first battle. Alrighty, now we are in our first battle right here. So I still have the same troops from the last time. And right now I just started off with placing down some goblins right over here on the right hand side of the screen and just place them all the way back there. Then I set down a knight and a giant. That was a pretty strong attack on that side, and I don't think he was ready for it at all, only because he didn't really do that well at stopping me, because he placed his goblins on, no, his not goblins, his minions on the other side and his giant on the other side. So that was a really big mistake on his part, because he didn't stop my push, which I was able to stop his push very easily by just placing down musketeer behind the archer tower or building. So he also didn't expect me to be over there taking down his king tower, which is really easy to take out. Even though he did get one tower right there with his little push on that side, it was still easy to counter him, only because he had such weak troops right there. So then we dropped down some minions. I keep saying minions, some skeletons on that side, and we start taking this building, his king tower, down really easily. He sends out a fireball there to take out my troops, and not the best choice, I don't think, in that situation, but our musketeer right there is taking it out. Then we're gonna throw a celebratory GG right there. Boom, we get the 3-star, easy money. That was 30 trophies I think we got from that win, and we got a silver chest from there. So let me show you the next one right after this. Alrighty, so since we are back in this one I was really over here trying to get push on that right side again. I don't know why, but in Clash Royale I really love the right side of it, and you see I dropped the goblins off in the back just so then I can build up some more elixir for my knight and my giants and stuff. And then you see that he drops a musketeer over there trying to get in some hits on that building there, but he did not success in there. He kind of missed on that fireball there, and then his baby dragon was over there, but I think I knew that we could take it out easily, because the baby dragon can do a lot of damage if you leave it unharmed by itself, but it also cannot do a lot of damage. So then after that, we didn't want to just go in and get wrecked by that mini P.E.K.K.A right there, so we placed down a musketeer from that long range. Musketeer is really good at going from long range and taking out troops, and it's really powerful. I don't have it in my main deck most of the time, but it's like whenever I use it on this account, it is really powerful. So then we drop down some minions. I keep saying minions, some goblins and a knight and a bomber behind them, just so then they could take out everything that was over there. Then I drop down the giant so he can take most of the hits right there. He sends in a baby dragon on the right hand side, but we already had this very good push on this side, so it wasn't looking too good for him already there. So we just started taking away on that building right there, and right here we successfully took out his first archer tower or tower right there on that side. So then on this side we had some freaking skeletons and a musketeer right there. Again, he missed on that fireball right there. Not the smartest thing to do there, to fireball me. I think he should have used his arrows, if he even had any in his deck. I think, actually, you know what? Let me move myself over so we can see more of his deck. So it seems like at that point he had a mini P.E.K.K.A. Can you get out of here, please? Oh, it seems like he had a mini P.E.K.K.A. And I think his only spell in that card or his deck right there was the fireball only there, and he drops a giant right there in front of my troops just to take some power away from the push that I had on his king tower right there. But in the end, we definitely have won this because we dropped down 2 musketeers on that side. We dropped down some more skeletons, and then we start taking out his mini P.E.K.K.A, going into the center, and this is where it starts to become a GG win of the game. Right there in the last 10 seconds, we take out his king tower. Good game again, right there. And now let's get on to the next battle. Alright guys, we are back in the third attack on here. We are going up against Black People 91 right here. And he is a level 2 also. So right now we start off with our push on the right hand side, and we drop down our giant with a musketeer right in the back side, and then we drop down our skeleton army. We're saving up for it only because we need to really push on that side. We finally get our skeleton army and we start taking it out. He counters it with a giant bomber, or not a giant bomber, a bomber right there. But then our troops are too overwhelming. We drop down some arrows right there. The skeleton army is still doing work on that building, and then our musketeer finally in the end takes it out. And then we drop down a knight right there. We start saving up for some more troops to back up that knight right there. But then he drops down a fireball to counter my attack right there on that side. So then I didn't want to go straight for the king tower because that's his most valuable tower, and he's really gonna defend that. So then I started dropping down a giant right here. I started saving up, dropping down the giant, and then the musketeer right behind it. That's what I really like to do, a giant and then a musketeer right behind it. But then this was not smart at all from him, because he dropped down a musketeer on that side and his giant on that side. So then I tried to drop down my skeleton army on there, and it really worked out very good. While over there on his side, we were taking out his building and stuff. So both times we countered him and we beat him in both ways. So then he sends in his baby dragon right there, but we have no worries because then we're going to drop down a giant right there to kind of distract him, but also he's slowly making his way down there. To the other end, we drop down some arrows to take out that baby dragon right there. Then we get ready to throw down our skeleton army just because he used his arrows like a dummy on my tower. You really want to use your arrows only for troops like the skeleton army, because the skeleton army, if you leave it unharmed, it can hurt you. But I know, like, I was saying bad things about it, but you see where it got us. Sent out a good game, and then we beat Black People 91, not even taking a tower down right there. And now let's get on to the next one. Right now, we are back in here, and we are facing I Am Mike. Now, he is coming out with Witch and Giant and stuff right here, and also a Bomber, Goblins, and an Archer. So, what was really smart by him, he dropped down a Bomber right behind the Giant. This is, you want to really look at his defensive strategy against the skeleton army if you are having some problems with it. Because I'm really more so of a pusher. On my main account, I am a defender really, because I have a lot of defensive buildings and they are really powerful. But it's like, if you know how to push this early in the game, do it as much as you can, and do it so you can get these early trophies. Now, in this case, defense beat my offense in this case. So I started, since I saw that he had a goblin hut on that side, I thought, oh, it might be smart for me to attack on the other side, which it definitely is. But then he drops down a giant and a level 1 witch right behind it. The witch is very, very powerful if you put a giant right in front of it, because she's spawning her skeletons. She still does splash damage even if you drop down like your skeleton army right there. So you gotta think about that too. So he has a very, very strong attack on that side. And me, like a dummy, I sent out my skeleton army while he had a bomber still over there, and he started taking out my king tower, and then in the end his defense, which turned into great offense, which is like, really, Clash Royale is a waiting game, so you really want to wait and see what your opponent does, so then you can counter them with your counterattack and make your counterattack the best that it can be. So then you can rush through their base and wreck their day. So now let's get on to the next one. And we got our first loss right there, but it's okay. We are gonna take a lot of L's in this video, well, in this series and stuff. But let's get on to the next one. Alright, now we are back in it, and we are facing now Hayu, also a level 2 right here. I was very confident in my winning ability, even though we lost the last match. I was very confident in knowing what to do. He dropped a knight instead of a bomber, and he didn't have his bomber in his starting deck, so whenever you notice that, you need to drop your skeleton army so it can do a lot of damage. So then we started to counterattack his baby dragon and stuff. After this, we threw down a fireball right here on that baby dragon and the knight. You want to get as many troops in there so you can take out both of the troops instead of just one of those troops. Because if we took out just the baby dragon, the knight would have still been able to do a lot of things. He's a very, very smart player, and where he dropped down his giant to counter my giant. But then, here's where he messed up on that time. He dropped down a bomber right over there. So then, I dropped down my knight, and he went ham on them over there. And my giant is still down there taking out his building, which he did not counter. You always want to counter. You do not want to lose a building, because then it's going to be ×2 harder for you to even get a building back, because they're just going to be playing hard defense, and you got to rush through them and keep doing it. And if you're going on one side, they might be going on the other side, just starting to plot and plan for their attack to close in on you and win the game. Right now we got his king tower at 816 health, and he drops down a baby dragon right there. So then we are getting ready to drop down some more, the second part of our attack on the left hand side. I made a mistake and dropped down my musketeer, but in the end it really wasn't a mistake at all, because it really worked out, because they started going in on that side. So then he starts taking out that building over there, and then we drop down some arrows right over there so they don't damage my giant as much. But he does not notice that we are really heavily pushing on that side. And I drop down 2 musketeers, and then this last musketeer is going to finish it off for us, and Hayu gets 1 tower, but we got 3 towers in there. So that was a very good attack by Hayu, but in the end we came out victorious. So now from then, we are going to open up this crown chest, and I'm going to do a live battle. I'm not too good at live battles, so I'm going to be doing most of them, like, recording my battles. But let's get ready. I'm nervous, but let's go. So open up this crown chest, see what we get out of it first off. Nothing really yet, and yeah, nothing really. Got an upgrade for, well, not an upgrade, but we got an upgrade for the bomber and hit some goblins, so we're gonna upgrade these guys, and then after that we're gonna get right into the live attack. So I will see you guys once we get into the live attack after this. Alright, see you there. Alright, my bad for this not being a live attack, but I did do a live attack. It just, I lost my recording software. So I'm just going to redo this part of the video. So right now we start dropping down a giant, like usual, on this side. We start going in with a very heavily attack, and then we start taking out this side of the building. He drops down his prince. That was a very, very smart move. That's a key way that you want to use the prince in this situation. You want to drop it down straight on their giant so you can take it out very easily and start building up more troops and more troops like he did to do a big push on my side. and you can see that he is a level 3 right here. So it was very, very good that I got this win over him. But he sent out some late arrows right there. I don't know why. I don't know what he was going for there. But right now he started to drop down a giant on there. So I dropped down a musketeer to take it out and also build up some more troops on that side so I can do a very big attack on there. So we start taking out his giant. He doesn't even get a hit off on us because we did so much damage to him. And then our musketeer starts doing a lot of work, and we start taking him out there very easily. And at this point, I was just thinking in my head, defense, defense, defense. Once you get a like a tower over a higher level higher level than you, you want to start just playing defense, and defense, a lot of defense, so you can keep going and building up for that massive attack. Right there, as you saw, that's a very good way to counter a prince right there. You want to drop a giant right in front of it. So then when he's charged up, you got to make sure he's charging at you with this little like his sword or whatever, and then he does that little sound, that doo-doo-doo thing, and then he starts blazing at you. You want to drop a giant right in front of there so he could take a hit, and then also you want to save up some more elixir so then you can start taking out his prince with the skeleton army right there. It was very good at having the skeleton army, and this skeleton army is showing to be actually not that useless anymore. Starting to be very good, and at this point he starts trying to do a very big push, or tries to do some pushes at the end, but at this end it was 10 seconds in the end, and we started just clobbering against him, and he starts taking out some stuff, but in the end it was too late for you, buddy, and we take out what is his name, LYC, and we got 30 trophies from that. So, yeah, today was overall a pretty good episode, I think. We got a couple of trophies, and let's see what we got in the end for our trophy count. We have 148 trophies right now, and that's very good for having this low of a level right now, having 148 trophies. That is very, very good, I think. So, let's end off the video right here, and from everybody in the Jackson family, and from DJackson2403 Industries, peace.